My grandson, Marty William McMillan Jr., was tragically murdered in Washington, D.C. My world turned upside down the day he died. It felt as though everything had gone dark, and even breathing became painful. We had no answers. The bottom line is that murder in D.C. is treated as a joke. This is wrong. Someone needs to change these laws. I don't care who makes the changes. It needs to happen. I'm simply asking for someone to do the right thing, please.
Heart-wrenching testimony today, difficult to listen to, but it is reality. Joining us now, Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell. Gianno, look, we know tragically you lost your brother to gun violence in Chicago. My question is, will Democrats ever embrace law and order policies? Because there's a definite connection between blue governors, blue mayors, and high crime in cities in this country.
The unfortunate reality is my likelihood is no, they won't. They won't embrace law and order. And it's such a heartbreaking sight to see Ms. Cook give her testimony today. I mean, literally brought tears to my eyes as I'm watching this segment unfold. And the truth of the matter is there are thousands of Ms. Cook across the country who are begging for the support of the Trump administration. And I told President Trump, I was met with him in the Oval Office just last week. The day before that, the Chicago Foundation, or rather the Caldwell Foundation for Public Safety, caldwellsafety.org, please support our efforts there. We held a meeting in Chicago. Hundreds of people showed up, white and black, almost evenly. And people there were asking, demanding that President Trump shows up in Chicago and other places. And I delivered that message to him, and he said that they're on the way. And we're seeing it act out and live on television screens right now, because Chicagoans, whether it be New Yorkers, whether it be folks in Los Angeles or across the country, wherever it may be, we are in need of the help, desperately in need of President Trump's help. And we cannot thank President Trump enough for showing that it can be done.
Senator Josh Hawley points out that this is what the far left thinks safety should look like. This is according to former Deputy Director of Joe Biden's Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Listen to this.
Instead of funding the police, here's what we ought to invest in. We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people. What's two-spirit?
Well, look, I don't know exactly. You guys are pulling some interesting quotes.
This is from your report.
If you look at the report, the focus is on investing in violence intervention, outreach workers.
Why does you say that you shouldn't invest in the police, but we ought to invest in two-spirit community programs that acknowledge two-spirit individuals?
We are not going to discriminate.
What is two-spirit? I feel like the solution here is a lot more simple than that. You hold criminals accountable, right?
100%. And I've known Mr. Jackson for years. I wouldn't say that we're close friends or anything like that, but I've known him in D.C. for many years. He's reached out to me when he was working for Joe Biden, and you can tell that the policy formation in which they were looking to deliver would have not been fair to the people in particular areas, and it would have endangered their lives more. We cannot be ridiculous with these notions. We cannot be political with them. We must be about law and order. We must be about holding criminals accountable. That is the only solution to this issue. If we do not hold criminals accountable, we live in a lawless society, and for many people across the nation, that's what they feel that they live in right now. You can tell from the polling nationally, 70+% of individuals think that crime is a major issue in these cities, a major issue. And many people are living the experience. We are only thankful that we have someone who's now hearing our cries that have been sounding for many years, and that's President Donald Trump, listening to the people.
Absolutely, Gianno. We're out of time, but once again, we are sorry, of course, for your loss, but I'm so impressed with what you're doing now and what you have been doing for quite some time to make communities safer. Thank you for that, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Ashley.